Plumbing disasters, insurance won't cover. Most of you don't know this. If you think your homeowner's insurance is going to save you from a plumbing disaster, you might be in for a very expensive surprise. I can't tell you how many times I've shown up to a job and the first thing the homeowner asks, will insurance cover this? And let me tell you, most of the time, the answer is not what they want to hear. Now, you've got to know about this. You've got to learn to speak insurance. If you're a plumber, this is something you need to know because you need to be able to talk to your customers in a way that the insurance company is going to talk to them and help them understand how it should be answered based on the problems they have. Now, normally when an insurance company is talking to a homeowner, they're asking a lot of quick questions and a lot of tricky questions. Literally, when I talk to insurance companies, I'm like, I don't know, that's a good question. And I'll wait and give myself time to think about it. Here's the deal. They usually cover sudden accidental damage, okay? Sudden accidental damage. Now, what that means is like pipe burst. Pipe burst suddenly and it floods your entire house. That's covered most of the time. Frozen pipes that burst, well, usually, but only the damage to your home, not the pipe itself. Now, that's okay. I have no problem with that. They will cover getting to the leak. They will cover getting out of the leak, but they won't cover the leak itself. So if you put things together right, removing the brick, that's getting to the leak. That's not repairing the pipe. Taking out the brick, putting the brick back, insulating it, all kinds of things. But what they won't pay for is the actual repair of the pipe itself. You've got to remember that. Now, what insurance does not cover? And this is the big one, and this is something you need to think about. Wear and tear. Old pipes failing. If that pipe is 50 years old and it starts leaking, well, they're going to tell you that that's on you. Slow leaks, hidden damage, anything like that, if it's been leaking behind the wall for months, yeah, they don't want to cover that. Clogged drains, sewer backups, unless you have some kind of a special rider covering that. Now, damage due to neglect or lack of maintenance, let me think about it. How do you maintain a sewer line? My thought would be keep using it, keep running water down it, keep flushing it out. You're trying to keep it clean. That is maintenance as far as I'm concerned. Now, what if there's flooding from outside the home? Well, that's flood insurance, and that's a completely different policy. Now, here are some real life examples that may help you. Now, I had a customer with a slab leak. The pipe failed because it was 50 years old. Now, insurance, they said that they weren't going to touch it. Now, when I asked them, have they had a problem before? And they said, no, they hadn't. I said, okay, wait a minute. Have you ever had water damage anything in your house that you weren't sure of where it came from? And they're like, well, yeah, back in the bathroom right by there, our baseboard started getting wet about a week ago. And they didn't even think, okay, these may be tied together. Well, they realized it because their water bill was high. So what I did is I came and tunneled up under there, made the repair. Now, it wasn't cheap, but I told the homeowner, I said, look, due to this just happening, you may be okay. And I always tell them to call your insurance agent and ask, if I have a slab leak under my house, is it covered? Now, I'm not saying I have one, but I'm asking if it would be covered. And normally they'll ask some questions like, well, did it just happen? And did it damage anything inside the house? Because if it's damaging something inside the house, they're responsible for that. So they want to make sure that there's nothing going to damage that. Now, I tunneled under there, fixed that, turned it on, tested it, had the city come out and test it. And when I cut the copper, man, that copper looked good. There just happened to be a pinhole right there. About a month later, she had another leak in the same area. Now, we tunneled back under and found it was a different line. So when I talked to the insurance company at the second one, they said, well, we think that the first leak is the one that caused the damage. I said, but can you prove it? I said, this could have had a calcium and magnesium plug in it. And they sat there and they said, well, we're writing down that it was caused by the first one. I said, well, I'd like for you to prove that to me because I've been plumbing 30 years at the time. And I said, look, I need you to show me how you can prove that because I would love to know. And after discussing it with me for a little while, they decided, look, we're just going to go ahead and pay for this other repair too. Now, when I cut that copper, it looked good too. And I sent it to them. I said, look, here's the copper. The copper is good and solid. There just happened to be 2 pinholes right here near each other. Now, I don't know which one came first. I don't know which one did what. But whenever we were there the first time, this other one was not leaking. It had been completely exposed. So we went in, made the second repair. The insurance covered both of them. Now, there's another job where a toilet backed up. It flooded the whole bathroom. Guess what? They weren't insured for a sewer backup. But whenever I came out and looked at everything, they had problems with their sewer line under the house. And this is what caused everything to back up. So whenever I was able to show them that it looked like this just happened, it didn't look like it had been from years, the insurance company ended up paying for that too, because it damaged inside the house. Now, sometimes things like that are not covered. I've seen people pay $8,000 to $10,000 out of their pocket because the pipe failure was considered gradual wear and tear. Now, how can homeowners protect themselves? First of all, check to see if your policy has water backup coverage. If not, you may want to add it. It's not very expensive. Then you want to look into separate sewer line protection. Some water companies offer an insurance where they will insure the line from the meter to your house if it starts leaking. Guys, that's not too bad because normally that's about $100 a foot. Now, maintain your plumbing system. You may want to regularly inspect it. If you've had problems, maybe you have some slow drains. Maybe you have backups every now and then that it'll back up for a little bit, then it kind of goes away. You may want to call a plumber out and have him run a camera down it and see if there's any problems. But you also want to know the difference in the kind of insurance that you need. Flood insurance versus homeowners insurance, they're not the same. Some companies offer service line coverage. That covers the underground water and sewer lines from the house to the meter normally. Check and see if you've got it. Check and see if you need it. Check and see if you want it. The biggest mistakes people make are assuming a backup, a leak, or a pipe collapse is always covered. Not reading the exclusions in your policy can hurt you, and not having supplemental riders for things like sewer, water backup, or slab leaks, that can cost you too. Now, a slab leak rider, I don't know how much they are, but I've seen slab leaks cost anywhere from $5,000 to $110,000, $120,000. Now, I'm not an insurance agent. I'm a plumber, but I've seen how this goes. I've seen people lose tens of thousands of dollars just because they didn't check their policy, but also because they didn't answer questions properly. Don't be that person. Call your insurance company today and ask these questions. Find out what you have. And if this helped, share it with a friend that you know that's a homeowner that may be experiencing problems like this. A neighbor, anyone who owns a home. Trust me, they need to know this. And if you want to learn more about how to protect your home, your plumbing, and especially your wallet, subscribe, because I'm breaking it all down here and I'm giving you the value that you need to make the right decisions. And if you love this video, give me a thumbs up and make sure after you subscribe, you ring that bell. Thank you, and I hope this helps you a lot. To my channel members, y'all are the real backbone of everything we do and of this community. Thank you for supporting the trades and keeping this thing growing.